All right, we are here today. We are back this week. It is Tuesday. It is October 27th. We only have a few more days to get those squats in for Squattober. So we'll be doing some of those in devil's pressing today in the form of devil's presses. Great full body and strength. Like last Thursday, we're going to be doing a work to rest period of 50 seconds to 10 seconds with some static holds during our strength portion. We have a really good WOD that is a 12-minute AMRAP going between devil's presses and either box jumps or broad jumps. We have a little tricep and bicep finisher. And then, of course, we'll finish with some mobility to keep ourselves loose. So one move that I want to demo for you is a sit through. And it's sort of breakdancey. We used to do these in wrestling as well, but you're going to start in like a bear crawl position. So I'm down on all fours. My shins are basically parallel to the mat. You're going to step with your right and shoot your left through. While I'm doing that, I'm trying to keep my leg up, and I'm also doing like a reverse or a rowing motion with my other off hand that's not balancing. And then you come back here, step out, push and pull, here, step out, kick, and it's like all in one motion. So you'll be here, 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 here. So we'll have time to play around with that in the warm-up. And then that's also part of the strength. Everything else are all things that we've done before. So for the warm-up, you need one lighter single dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever you want to work with. And that's all you'll need. We'll do our normal 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I will cue you. If you have a box or a step, you could get that. Otherwise, we're going to broad jump. Okay, so I'll give you a moment to get your equipment together. I'm going to get my stuff together, and then we will get cruising. Stepping on the edge of this mat. Did you want something to say? Did you want a box or? Okay. You gonna go that way? Okay. All right. So, okay. Everyone, is anyone stepping or is everyone box jump or a broad jumping?
I have a box I can use.
You do have a box. All right, I'll cue you. So you're going to start with step overs, and then you're going to move to box jumps halfway through, Steph.
Okay.
I'll cue you. Okay. All right. The rest of us will be broad jumping, which if you did the workout a week ago or a week and a half ago when we had broad jumps, it was brutal. Burpee broad jumps, I think they were. All right. Here we go. 10 seconds, starting with step overs or broad jumps. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember to load with your hands. Land in a half squat to catch yourself. Use your arms to propel you forward. Just like the old physical fitness test in grade school. Steph, you could switch to box jumps now. Just getting up and forward. Tight in the garage here. Jump in your space. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Grab a dumbbell. We are going to do it in a suitcase hold. And we're going to do some alternating reverse lunges this time. So suitcase hold is down by the side. And step back. Think about getting those legs to 90. We are just touching the knee. Halfway through, we're going to just switch our hand that's holding the dumbbell. Make sure you come up to full extension at the top. Go ahead and switch hands. I'm just holding that at our side in that suitcase hold. We'll be revisiting this during the strength portion. And If you need to put something under your knee, go for that. 2, 1, rest. You can put that weight down. Now we're gonna go into our classic plank to push up to downward dog. And if that's feeling a little tough for you, then you could do walking planks instead. So we'll start in our plank, go into a nice push up, chest touches the ground, shoot hips back into downward dog. And this is a flow. So you're just moving through at your own pace, shoot that head through. Or if you want, you can do a walking plank instead. You pedal the feet a minute at the top of your downward dog. Warming up our shoulders. Oh. Make sure everything's moving properly on this AM. All right, now we're gonna go to those alternating sit-throughs. If the bear crawl is really challenging, you could leave your knees on the ground. So step right, kick left, pull back right, and then switch. Really maintain good balance on that hand. Squeeze that shoulder blade on that free hand. Squeeze out the leg. Flex that quad of the extended leg. All right. Now, we're going to classic bicep curl. Single dumbbell. You're going to hold both heads of the dumbbell. And we're going to just curl it up. Go. Really work on keeping the rest of your body calm. I'm thinking about my shoulders back and down. I am engaging my core, my glutes, my quads. I'm trying to keep all of the action in my biceps. No swing. Two, one, done. Now for this next round, we're gonna do the overhead tricep. So it's the same thing. I'm gonna get it up and overhead. I'm holding the same two heads of the dumbbell here. So I'm just gonna press it up and over, and then I'm gonna lower behind my head and extend. Go ahead and join in. Really squeeze it out at the top, lock it out. Think about sucking your belly in towards your spine, your belly button in towards your spine so you don't overly arch your back. And again, engaging everything below the waist. We'll be doing these two movements in our finisher later. Get a little pump. All right. Now we are going with our alternating devil's press. And we've done these plenty of times on here before. I will talk you through as we get going. We'll start in that standing position. Take it down to the ground, jump back, touch the chest, feet come up, press overhead, switch hands, and repeat. Depending on where you switch, I switch midway down. And so I swing the weight back in between my legs as I come down to the ground. Or you could bring it all the way down and switch on the ground. All right, last one for the warm-up is our bottoms up squat. So we're going to start off in our low squat position. We're going to walk our hands out into plank. And then we're going to walk back into that low squat. Walk out. Walk back. I like to come up into like a little quarter squat just to engage everything. Make sure my back is in good positioning. Just moving back and forth. 2, 1, and rest. All right. Working out those legs from all those wall balls or thrusters yesterday, depending on what you did. Okay. So, what do we have today for strength? Let's see if I can get my board around for you. I don't know if you all can see this, but probably not. So we have 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off like we did last time. And we're going to do 3 movements for 12 minutes of work total. So 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. What are we doing in this time period? So like last time, we're going to hit up 8 to 12 reps of the movement, and then we're going to have a hold. So let me just walk you through all 3. First movement is going to be our lunge. Now for these, we're going with double dumbbells, ideally, but we're going to do our lunges. You can go in multiple ways: reverse, side lunge, diagonal lunge, curtsy lunge. The only lunge that we don't want you doing is your forward lunge. So something different other than forward lunge. And that is because, particularly if you're doing your box step ups or jump overs, you're going to be doing that motion later anyway. So I like reverse. We're going to do our regular lunge. We'll do 8 to 12 of these. And then we are going to hold in our suitcase hold for that time. Both hands. If you wanted to scale up, you could hold one overhead and one down. And then each round you would switch arms. So with the lunge, you do a lunge and then suitcase hold. Next up is push-ups. We're going to do push-ups with our hands on the dumbbell, which gives us a little better range of motion or more range of motion. So we go down, touch the chest, up. Obviously, you have your normal scales. You could put your knees down and do them that way. You can go down and put your knees to come up. And then the static hold is a front plank hold on the dumbbells. So you do 8 to 12 push-ups and then hold for the remainder of time in the plank. If you wanted to scale one of those up, you're going to go to 3 points. So either lift a leg up or lift an arm up, and then you would alternate each round. Last movement are the sit-throughs, and we'll count every step as 1. So again, 8 to 12 of those alternating sit-throughs. And then we are going to hold in our bear crawl. So we'll go here, here, 8 to 12 times, and then we're just going to hold in this position here. All right. If you want to scale those, the bear crawl hold up, you're going to add in shoulder taps while you're in that hold position. And I will call all of this out as we're going. I know that was a lot. But lunges, suitcase hold, push-ups, plank hold, step throughs, bear crawl hold. Questions? Great. All right, get your weights. You can scale if your weights are too heavy, if your dumbbells are too heavy, scale to just 1. You could scale with your body weight if you need to, if you don't have the right weights at home. Make sure you're putting a cushion or an ab mat under your knee if you need that. Or if the lunge is compromised, then you'll scale with a split squat. So instead of doing a step lunge, you'll just hang in this split squat position without doing the steps. So those are all options for you. I'm going to get my stuff together and we're going to run this clock in about 30 seconds. All right. Just set up the clock here. Had the wrong rest period set up. We want 10 seconds, not 20. And here we go. So we're starting off with those lunges. You could choose what you're doing each round. You could mix it up each round in terms of reverse, diagonal, lateral, or curtsy. And here we go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So you're hitting your 8 to 12 for your strength. Every step counts as a rep. And then you're holding in your position, suitcase, 1 up, 1 down. Got about 15 seconds left to hold. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Next is going into those push-ups. Right into them. Go. Think about keeping your back straight. And then hold that front plank. You don't want to have any sagging. Should be pretty straight from your shoulders all the way to your heels. And breathe. Keep everything tight. Core is tight. I'm actually pushing against the dumbbells to engage my chest. 5 seconds. All right. Move your weights out of the way. We're going right into those sit-throughs with a bear crawl hold. Go. Remember, squeeze that shoulder blade. Squeeze your quad. And then get into that bear crawl position and hold, or add shoulder taps. My shins are parallel to the ground, just barely touching. My knees are just off the ground. If you have to scale, put those down.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Rest. Back to the top. Lunges. And then your holds, 2 to the side like you're carrying 2 suitcases. 1 up, 1 down. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Back down into those push-ups. Maybe my all-time favorite movement. And getting into that plank. Again, if you want to challenge yourself, you can go to a 3-point by lifting a leg up or an arm up. Still trying to hold that good position. When you get to one leg, that really engages your hip flexors. Don't let yourself sag in the hips. 2, 1, down. Right into the step throughs. Go. Be really deliberate with the movement. And then that hold, more taps, 15 seconds to hang on. 2, 1. Back to the top for lunges, halfway through. Killing it. 2, 1, and go. Drive through that leg that you're lunging with. And then getting that hold, double suitcase, 1 up, 1 down. Two, 1, and back to push-ups. 3, 2, 1, go. Hitting your number. If it was too easy last time, add some reps. If it was challenging, scale appropriately. "15 seconds. Just breathe. When you get into that static hold, just tighten and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Going back to our sit-throughs. Go. "20 seconds. 1. All right, let's do it. Last round. Make it your best round. 3, 2, go. Make sure you come all the way up to full extension. Three, 2, 1, and done. Last set of push-ups coming up. 3, 2, 1, go. Holding that plank for 20. Five, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Last round is that alternating step through. Go. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Well done. Woo! That gets the heart rate up a little bit. Grab a sip of water. Remember to hydrate. All right. Now we're going to move into 12-minute AMRAP. So as many rounds or reps as possible. And we're doing 2 movements, a couplet. So you're going for 10 double dumbbell devil's presses. RX is 50 and 35 pounds. And then you're going to do 10 either box jump overs. So Steph, you'll jump. You don't have to come to full extension at the top and land on the other side. RX for that's 24 and 20. Or if you don't have a box, we're going to stick with our broad jumps. So about 4 feet, 3 feet are what we're targeting. If you know you have a mat and you have some sections there, that can help you figure out what you need to do. RX plus, if you want to jack it up a little bit, the weights go up to 70 and 50. The box height goes to 30 and 24. And the broad jump distances go from 4 and 3 to 6 feet and 4 feet. All right. You can scale the weight on the devil's press. You can do one dumbbell and alternate, again, depending on what you have at home. And you can scale the height of the jump over and the step over. Looking good, Tim. That looks good. All right, so take a moment. Let's figure out what you're gonna do. I would warm up a few devil's presses with the weight you're gonna do. Let's take about 90 seconds to get squared away. And then we're gonna get cruising. Huh? Oh, you want the box? That's fine. You can do a step over. Actually, it is a jump over. So, yeah, you don't have to come to full extension. Here, on this angle. Here. You're fine. This way you devil's press here, jump here, move those weights. So you don't have to come to full extension at the top. You're hopping up and stepping over once you're up. All right. So I'm going to broad jump. I got my weights, 10 and 10. You're keeping track of your reps or rounds and reps. I just need one more sip of water. If I could find it. There we go. All right, everybody good to go? All right, so we're going with 10 double dumbbell devil presses, 10 box jump overs or broad jumps for 12 minutes in 10 seconds. Move well, good luck, have fun. 10 and 10. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you're hiking those dumbbells between your legs and protecting your back. Keep them close as you snatch them up. You'll be okay. Oh, you gotta close it. Good. Work on keeping those weights close to the body when you're coming up. Try not to swing them out too far. Good. Full extension at the top. Lock those elbows out. Good. Keep moving. Nice, Maya. That looked good. All right, I'm jumping back in. Just 4 minutes in. 1/3 done. Keep working hard. Keep moving, stick with it. Halfway. Just under 5 minutes. Make sure you're locking in the form as fatigue sets in. minutes. Finish strong. Seconds. Stick with it. Just keep moving. Thirty seconds. A few more reps in. 10 seconds. Whew. All right. I know you're hurting in a good way, because I was taking a few breaks to watch you all and I'm hurting. All right. Let's take a minute. We're doing great on time. Grab a sip of water. All right. For the finisher, we have just enough time for the finisher and our mobility. So we're doing great on time. Finisher is 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, bicep curls, and the overhead tricep extensions that we did during the warm-up. So you're going to use a single dumbbell for these. It's 6 minutes of work. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah, 30 on, 30 off. It's 2 moves, 6 minutes. So each round is, each work, we're doing 3 sets of each. I'm sorry. A little discombobulated. Those broad jumps are taxing, deceivingly so. All right, so grab one dumbbell. If you have a nice dumbbell size that's good for your curls. If you don't have anything heavy enough, use two, that's fine. All right, same movement, same motion, working the same muscle. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Starting in 10. 3, 2, 1, go. So again, just like the warm up, we're holding everything tight, only extending those arms. Want to move the whole time. We don't want to be taking breaks in here. Squeeze them up at the top. Two, one, rest. Oh. Hands are slippery. Now we're going into those overhead tricep extensions. Same idea. About 10 more seconds. Still catching our breath, shaking out our arms. 3, 2, 1, go. Five seconds. Bring it down carefully. All right. This round, we're going to add a 3-second negative to increase our time under tension. If that weight doesn't feel good for you for that, stick with the regular motion. All right, here we go, 5 seconds. So we go up and then count, 1,001, 2, 3, up, 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. You get the idea. All right, with those negatives, we are increasing the time under tension, and that's going to build strength over time. Whew. We're going to do the same thing for the tricep extensions. Make sure you have a good grip and you're careful going overhead, especially if your hands are slippery. Here we go. Same thing, 3-second negative, 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Punch it. All right. Last round, we're going to do a 1.5 rep. So we're going to go all the way up, come down halfway, come back up, all the way down. Up, half, up, down. Up, half, up, down. Here we go. Last round of curls. Up, halfway down, up, all the way down. It's like a dead stop coming against the momentum. Same idea as the negative in terms of time under tension, but really gets a good pump. Whew. All right, last round of tricep. We're gonna do the same thing, all the way up, part of the way down, up, all the way down. Last round of weights. Here we go. So all the way down, come up, halfway down, up. All the way down, come up, halfway. Control the weight. This is not about speed. This is about technique, performance. All right. Woo! That weight is getting slippery. Did I do that right? That's 6 minutes. Okay. All right, now we're going into our finisher. Oh, I set it for 12 rounds. That's why it was a mistake. Oh, give me 2 seconds. Just plug in the computer, which is about to die. All right, perfect. All right, so for our finisher, some mobility. Yep, not finisher, mobility. We're doing 5 minutes, and we're gonna get you right out on time. So first, we're gonna do a chest stretch. We're gonna take our hands, we're gonna interlace our fingers behind our backs, and we're gonna spread them out, or push them down rather. So going into this position, you could even get them off of your back a little bit, stretching everything through shoulders and pecs. I give a little arch to my back. Think about putting those arms down and back. If I can keep my palms together, I am. Squeezing my glutes and really pulling across my chest. And then if you're good and flexible, you can start bringing your arm back away from your body. I'm a little tight for that, but really want to get across the pecs into the shoulders. Send those shoulders back and down, almost like you're trying to touch your shoulder blades behind you. All right, now we're going to go into our lizard pose. So on the ground into that lunge position, send your left leg back, untuck your toe there. And we're going to put both hands on the inside of our right foot and just settle into that. You should feel that in your left hip flexor, in your right hamstring. Just let your body collapse. If you can get your elbows to the ground, good on you. If I stayed in this position for about 3 minutes, I might be able to do it. It's going to help with those lunges, loosen everything up. Help with those wall balls from yesterday too. 5 more seconds here. All right, keep that left leg knee down. We're going to go into a hamstring stretch. So from this kneeling position, kick your right leg out. From here, square your hips. So right now I'm like leaning this way. I'm pulling back on my right hip. Hands are on the ground. And so I'm actually feeling a pull from my heel being in the ground and then my right hip trying to square out. And this should be a great hamstring stretch all the way. I feel this all the way down to the top of my calf, through the back of my knee. Twenty more seconds here. Just breathing. Working to keep those hips square. And as I'm doing that, my right hip is pulling back. All right, switch legs. We're doing it on the other side now. So first that lizard stretch on the left. Getting into that deep lunge. Untuck your left toes. Both hands on the instep. Settling into your hip flexor and your glute and your hamstring in your left leg. Working towards my elbows to the ground. Just letting everything relax. Even my head is hanging loose. A few more seconds here. Enjoy it. This is an important part. Now we're going back into the hamstring. So up on the right knee, squaring my hips, pulling that left hip back to create a good stretch in my left leg, hamstring. We just hammered our bodies, so now this is part of treating it right, helping it adjust to the adaptations that we want it to take on. Trying to talk over my daughter who's yelling at the dogs in the yard. 20 more seconds here. Just breathe and enjoy it. Two, one. Come forward, come out of it. We did it again, team. Great job as
Eric.
always.
I'm dead. Kill me. I don't know anybody else. Oh my God.
Those devils, the AMRAP was taxing.
Yeah,
I'm
those
dead.
leg presses were hard. And when it's double, I can't go in between my legs and I have to go outside, and it's
Yes.
really difficult with the double.
We haven't done double in a while, and so I agree. I felt weird at first, and I felt like, oh, I should have demoed this a little bit, but yeah, I have to widen my stance for the double for sure.
Yeah, so single I go between my legs, and double I go outside my legs. So it's like I'm muscling it up and
Yeah. I do that when I'm like hang cleaning and things like that, but for the devil's press, I go in between. I guess because I use more of like a kettlebell motion. But yeah, great job, everyone. As always, we've done a lot more than most people do during the day, and it's only 7:30. So have a great day. Treat your body well, hydrate, hit up some stretches during the day, and treat your body well. All right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Eric.
I'll see you all next week.
Okay, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.